there's times like we should just like lift our hands in prayer when we're praying, just like saying, God, I lift my hands to you. I actually encourage my congregation to stretch their hands out. Like, God, there's just something different between like lifting your hands versus like stretching them out. When you stretch out your hands, there's an authority that actually takes place. And there's a profound story in the Bible that's found in Exodus 17:10, and it talks about a battle that Joshua was fighting against, I believe, the Amalekites, and they were in war, and they were down in this valley, and the Israelites were fighting the Amalekites, and Moses was standing up on top of the mountain, and it says that as long as Moses held up his hands, the Israelites were winning, but whenever he lowered his hands, the Amalekites were winning. Now the Amalekites represent the meaning of the Amalekites is those who exhaust. And they're actually oftentimes a picture of the fleshly nature. When we're living in the flesh, it just exhausts us, versus living in the spirit. And there's an exhaustion that comes upon us. And as they're fighting, the Bible says that two people came up, Aaron and Hur, came up and helped Moses hold his hands up so that the victory would continue. And I believe that we need to sometimes call people alongside us to help us in that time of prayer. We remember the story when Moses faced the Red Sea, and the Egyptians were coming to destroy the Israelites, and they were backed up to the Red Sea. And then Moses is like, he's praying, and God says, get up, stop praying, and he said, lift up your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea and divide the water so that the Israelites can go through on dry land. And that's what happens when we come to this place of like difficulty or challenge. I actually have a staff somebody gave me, and I'll oftentimes like carry the staff around when I'm praying, and I'll just beat on the ground like, Father, I declare this land belongs to you. And the staff is really powerful. And then to hold the staff and to lift your hand up and to believe, like as you're doing what the Bible says to do, there's this greater authority that takes place. And when we feel like we're trapped, and sometimes we need other people to help lift our arms up and help us in that place of prayer. When our arms are stretched out before God, this visible act of prayer moves mountains standing in our way. As you come alongside your leaders and pray, the battle will be victorious for an entire region.